Imagine it's 2025 and one or three things are going to happen to you. And by the way, I hope you get number one right. And I'm going to show you how you can do that. But a lot of people are going to be in category number 2 and number 3. And these people are unfortunately going to waste so much time and so much money. So number 1, you bought solid plays and you rid up 10 to 50x bags. Congratulations, you took profits and you successfully crushed the bull run, what 99% of little Jeffreys will never ever do because they're brain dead. Now, goodbye to the wedgie. It's probably the first thing you're checking off. This is you. Well done. You accumulated enough where you could quit the job, and now you're possibly looking at DeFi pools to stake in the bear market, or you're looking at starting a business, or maybe you buy some real estate property. That would be scenario number 1. I think a lot of guys in the wedgie right now would probably take this. If I can click my finger and guarantee that, you would take that. And the good news is you can guarantee this if you know what you're doing. Now, number 2, unfortunately, probably 70 to 80% of the people watching this YouTube channel and YouTube videos like this are going to do, even though you say you're not going to do it, I promise you. I've seen it in the last bull run, and I was one of these guys. You go down the Jeffrey path of you buy this coin and you buy that coin, and then you start selling it because it drops down 10%, and then you roll this to another coin and you keep doing the same thing over and over again until you're pretty much crypto balance is now at 0. And crypto just becomes one big scam, and you never want to touch it again. So many of my old mates in the 21 run were like this, okay? They were buying this coin at this price, it dips, they panic. They buy this new coin, they dip, it's panic. It's only 6 or 7 coins till you're at a balance of fucking 0, until you miss the whole bull run, and you just give up. Crypto's a big scam. You work the wedgie forever. This is kind of a funny meme. You now need 2 wedgies to catch back up. Before investing in crypto, I know a lot of people did this, that sold their cars to go all in on that new Shiba Inu 2.9 million coin. Now they're riding the bus. Okay. Nothing wrong with riding the bus, but there's a big problem if you have the car, you'd be a degenerate and now you're riding the bus. If you're selling your stuff, I know a lot of people that were doing this as well with their houses, etc., taking out extra loans to buy cryptocurrency. If you know what you're doing, that's a great strategy to play catch up. But if it's your first bull run, get active income. Do not be doing that. Number 3 is you constantly wait for dips. How many of you have said this, or how many of you have know people? Just be honest. Comment below. I've done this as well. Did this so many times with Render. I will talk about Render as well. It's one of the coins I'm going to talk about because I think it's so great. But how many of you did this? Now, let's just bring up Render right now. We're saying, okay, we looked at it round about here, 30, 40, 50 cents. It started to pump. I was like, okay, I'll buy Render back when it gets to 40, 50 cents. We started to dip, and I was so close. Okay, I just need like a 70% haircut to buy at the levels I want to buy, and then it just goes. How many of you do that? And then the worst thing that happens is you buy at the top. And in 2021 run, e.g., I'll just buy if Bitcoin goes down to this level. I'll just buy if Render goes here. I'll just buy if HBAR and QNT goes here. Probably we're past those paths. Do you know what I mean? You buy on fear. Just buy, bro. Just buy. Because what you end up doing is you end up buying in peak prices in the next bull run while we're selling to you. And the only thing you're selling now is your house and downgrade to a cheaper mortgage, bro. You need to be reborn. Before discovering crypto, you're fucking living in some basement if you're playing this game, bro. So the whole goal with cryptocurrency is not to fucking lose money. The whole goal is to preserve capital and ride up coins. So if you're investing $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, let's get you with 20, 30K. Great. But your whole goal is to preserve capital, worst case scenario. We're not here to lose money. You can lose money on paper if we experience a dip. For example, when Bitcoin hit its new all-time high of give 72 and then 73 here, okay? You might lose money if you're like, okay, I'll finally get in. That's fine if you're prepared to hold it for the 25 run. But if you're buying here and then you're selling here and then you're buying back here and then you're selling back here and then you'll buy here and then you'll... do you understand? That's phase 2. That's not what the goal of cryptocurrency is. Preserve capital and grow our income, right? Grow our job wage money, grow our business money. That's the goal. It's not to be reborn and now you're having to live like this. That is not the cat. I would rather start like this, get to this, and then get to this. We don't go from this to this, to this, to this. You're playing cryptocurrency wrong. So I want you guys to be option 1, genuinely. I want as many of you guys to be option 1. But the problem is, like I said, a lot of percentage of people, even watching, are deep down the funnel in cryptocurrency. The normies, by the way, the normies, there's 99%. They're fucked. You guys, you're maybe in the 70, 80%. Maybe 20% of you guys make it. That's good enough for me. So I want to get that 20% as big as possible on videos like this. 80%, sorry bro, it's not going to be you. try and get there, but let's get you in there. So I always get asked, Jake, I've got 1K. Give me the next 100. You should see it on Instagram, bro. Mr. Jake Gordon, give me a follow. Watch out for the scams. Good news is we're now bigger than the scam account, so it should be easy to find that. That's Mr. Jake Gordon, ON. But a lot of guys in the DMs are always asking, what's the next 100x join, right? Because they have 1K or they have like $50, right? And they need the 100x gem. But the problem with needing the 100x gem is you haven't done any fucking work in the real world. E.g., why have you got no income? This is the complete wrong question to be asking. Because firstly, if you can't get more than 1K to your name, what the fuck are you doing? If you're and take this seriously, I'm not taking this to piss you guys off. If it pisses you off and motivate, because this was the same with me when I was working that 9-to-5 job. I could not get out of the paycheck to paycheck. I was constantly stressing with food bills, rent to be paid, gym memberships. I wanted to have some sort of a lifestyle, and it was at zero. Every single month I was at zero, to the point where I was in my overdraft. All the time. Some guys, I would ask this guy for $50 a year. How many of you guys are in that situation right now? What the fuck are you doing? How are you doing this? Because are you that low level? Generally, I know Indians making 4K a month video editing, and they spend like $50. And they're like 20 years old, 15 years old, 16-year-olds. My thumbnail guy probably makes more than you net profit take home. His expenses is zero. And you know where he lives, bro? He lives in Ukraine. You know what I found out yesterday? He doesn't have electricity for parts of the day because they turn off the lights because Russia are bombing their stations. And he has more disposable income than you. He just bought a first MacBook Pro. My goal was to get him out the fucking country as fast as possible. And he can do that with $7,000 to his name, apparently. Or maybe he's just trying to scam me. I don't know. But he makes some blooming good thumbnails. So how is a 15-year-old Ukrainian boy and a 4K a month Indian 20-year-old making more than you? Take home profits. And you're going to have excuses that, and you're going to dislike this video with that, but let's wake up to reality. And also, I know 20-year-olds that I was hanging around with in Dubai, these guys making 30 to 50K a month. This guy's called Tanner. He just turned 20. He's making 30K a month. Ryan, he's making 10K a month. Alex, he's making give or take 40 to 50K a month. They're all in their 20s. I'm the oldest. I make more than 150K per month. Okay? So how are we doing it? And again, if you don't believe me, that's fine. But I think I've made it pretty clear that that's possible because, I just spent $65,000 on a maxed out AP. Okay? And it's not to flex. It's just something that I always wanted to do once I hit this goal of mine. Okay? But back to the point is, again, if you're getting pissed off, good, because that was the main thing that changed me. What changed him? We made this whole vlog. What changed Tanner's perspective was we made the same vlog that he pretty much seen from another guy 1 year ago when he was working a fry cook job. Okay? And it just took that video to piss him off. So this is this video that pisses you off to get you motivated about making more money and investing in solid coins and writing those up for a great bull run. Good. I want you to say to your wife, your kids, your future grandkids, Jake Gordon got me fucking serious, and he pissed me off so much, and I didn't like him at first, but that was a stepping stone. We all have our guys that piss us off. Some of you guys, it might be Andrew Tate, if you're at like phase 1 to phase 2 and you hate your job and he's just sitting there buying a new supercar every fucking day. That should really piss you off. Because how is he spending like 10 years of your income, 400, 500 grand car if you're making 50K a year in one fucking day? How is he spending that? Because he knows a secret that you don't know. And most of the time it's input equals output. But anyways, we'll go back to cryptocurrency because I don't want to make this that kind of video, even though it will help you the most. Because anybody can give you, all these crypto influencers can chuck ICP at you, can chuck a render at you, can chuck Brett at you, can chuck Solana at you, and just say buy this coin. But how are you supposed to buy the coin if you only got 1K or less to your name? It doesn't make sense. And that's when we get people looking for the 100x gem because they don't know how to make money. Or they don't know how to preserve money, or they don't know how to make themselves valuable in the real world. So I want you guys to wake the F up, because we should have a goal of a 10K minimum portfolio now. Okay? Maximum now. Next 2 months I'll give you this. If nobody has a 10K a month portfolio, I honestly want you to stop watching this channel. And that might seem harsh, but honestly, I want you to stop watching this channel because this channel is not going to be for you. This channel is for winners. And if you can't raise your standards to at least get 10K in the market, a lot of people say life is difficult, life is hard. Yes, it's fucking hard, bro. It's hard for me too. When I was grinding on my e-com stores, getting wrecked constantly by customers, ad accounts shutting down. You thought I think it was hard for these guys? These guys are 20-year-old, bro. These guys are 20-year-old and they're making your whole year in 1 month. Okay? It's fucking difficult, but it takes massive action. So I don't want to accept anything else, and you should not accept anything less than a 10K portfolio. I'm not asking you to make 10K per month. I'm just saying get a portfolio to 10K. Once you achieve a 10K portfolio, it becomes very easy to hit 100 grand by this next bull run, because all you really need is a 10x coin. You don't have to go for that 100x coin, or you only have $100 and you have to go for a 1000x coin. You're buying this. It's just too fucking dangerous, man. Income is way easier to get up than a 100x coin. Okay, whatever you have to do, do that. Now, secondly, here's the good news. Once you get that 10k portfolio, so look at your portfolio right now, and if you're at 6 or 7k and you have 6 or 7k in the bank account, I want you to put 3-4k in right now. Not on my coins. You do your own research. Okay, this channel isn't about fucking forcing coins down your mouth. I only talk about coins I'm interested in. But here's another thing. In case you forgot, the starts going through the previous cycles. Bitcoin's going to go higher. Ethereum's going to go higher. ADA is going to go much higher. QNT is going to go very much higher. And RLB is probably going to go 100x. And everything will go. So it doesn't really matter what these coins. Change these coins. Everything is going to go. There's a very unfortunate circumstance if all your coins don't go. Yes, we all have some coins. Like, for example, Brett, one of my biggest meme coins right now. There's a potential that this doesn't do well. But I'm spread enough where it can be fine. But I've took a big enough bet if this does do well, we're looking at $1 million just in this play. I've spoken about that with DeFi portfolios. You can see I just claimed my fees this morning. We're already at $51. Okay? Literally in not a long time, couple of hours, we're at $51. Fees are starting to get nicer now. We're accumulating a lot of Brett. And this, by the time this hits like, midday, next couple of hours, this might be more than your full-time income. I've not even left the house. I've not even showered. So once you get to this level and it all comes back from your active income, you can take cryptocurrency so fucking easy, and you can take these big bets. And I want that for you guys by 2025. Now, again, if you don't take this shit seriously, this is going to be you for the rest of your life. And everybody always says, this year's my year. I especially see this in the gym. I always relate this to the gym because I used to be a personal trainer, as you can see here. And then I used to sell memberships. And everybody used to always say when they used to sign on to me as a client, and I used to just roll my eyes, okay, Jennifer, I'm sure this is going to be your year where you finally lose the weight and stop eating hamburgers. And I check her Instagram story and she's fucking eating McDonald's. Okay, so I relate this back to fitness, but it's very much same to money. So how many people in fitness, this might be you right now, if you're not in shape right now, it's one of the easiest things to do. You can do it for free. Why do you want to be a fat millionaire? Okay, don't be that guy. Get in shape first. And I'll give you discipline once you have a bunch of money not to lose the money, right? So everybody goes to the gym and they say, oh, this is my year, new me. And by the 15th of January, they've quit. Was that you? If that was you, why was that you? You should be in shape. If you don't have a bicep vein, why don't you have a bicep vein? If you don't have a six-pack, why don't you have a six-pack? There's no reasons. I know guys in wheelchairs in my gym have six-packs. They don't have fucking legs, bro. And it's because they're serious and they're all in. Now, the income stuff is obviously what you guys are interested in. If this is your year, but you're still living paycheck to paycheck, okay, what can you do right now? Well, number one, you can cut expenses. If it's possible, it's always possible. It's 100% possible. Or number two, you get a better paying job. But Jake, it's so difficult. Yeah, it's difficult, bro. It's been difficult for everybody. Everybody that's, that you look up to, maybe that's like the Andrew Tates of the world, maybe that's the other older guys that maybe some of you guys are watching. They've all had to sacrifice stuff. So if you ask yourself, and I was to come into your house and just sit next to you like a ghost or a fly in the wall, I guarantee you're wasting so much time. And all that time could be used on working another job, starting a business, you're looking at coins to research. Because here's the reality. This was me in like 2016. And it's a funny story now. This is why I took this photo, because I knew fucking one day, and I posted this on my Instagram, the old Instagram I had. It's still there. You can go and find it. I couldn't even afford a sofa to buy for my flat in Glasgow. Hamilton it was really at the time. Couldn't afford a sofa. So I had to go to one of these websites where they give them a free. So I remember me and my mate were arranging a time to drop off. And they just said, drop it outside their house, you pick up a free sofa. Look how disgusting this sofa is. First of all, look at the colour, look at the length. And just look how disgusted I am. Okay? And I couldn't afford a sofa. And the funny thing is, I couldn't even fit this in my mate's car. It just wouldn't fit. So we had to abandon it. So I didn't have a sofa. I still don't have a sofa, by the way. There's no sofa in this house. I don't believe in sitting down and relaxing. Okay? So that was me. And I was doing this kind of job. Okay, so if this is you and you're doing this kind of job, firstly, let's get more income. Secondly, let's look at cryptocurrency portfolio. And this is how we can change the game. Because use crypto to escape this run. And don't let anybody tell you your dreams are too high. I'm telling you, have dreams so fucking unreasonably high that when you hit them, people are going to be like, how the fuck did you do this? Everybody says I sell drugs. Honestly, like my family members don't even know what I do. They don't understand. Don't let anybody tell you crypto is a scam because they read on the news that it's risky. This happened to one of our guys in our private community. His dad, like, he just talks about cryptocurrency. He's like, oh, it's a scam. Crypto's a scam because he heard us on the news. Fuck that guy, bro. Fuck that guy. What does he know? You only get one shot at life, bro. So how did we go from this to, yes, these cars are rented, right? But to rent these cars, you know how much it costs? It's like $3,000 per day. I was driving this McLaren 720S. It's $3,000 per day. I had it for a week, so I spent $21,000 on this car. So even if it's rented, it's actually more expensive to rent cars. And also, number two, I don't live in Dubai, so why would I buy a car in Dubai? This one Corvette, this one had a Lamborghini. How do we go from traveling the world? And again, I just bought a $65,000. This isn't rented. You can't rent this watch. Okay? I have it right behind me. You've seen it in other videos. So you can't say that I haven't achieved what I've set out to achieve. And I'm nowhere near getting started. And again, I really hope this gets you angry, brother. Okay? Because this will motivate you, especially if you're in your 30s and older than me and older than these guys that have just entered their 20s. Get that to piss you off, but it's all possible. There's no way this group of degenerate guys are smarter than you. There's no way I'm smarter than you, bro. I've just put in input equals. It's not talent that gets you there. It's just constantly working. Because what happens is you start something. Maybe that. Let's just do two scenarios. I'll give you the coins, guys. I know you're sitting at your seats and half the guys have left. Where's the coins, Jake? It's been 16 minutes. You haven't spoke about my coin yet. That's why you'll never make it. So what usually happens in a business is nothing happens. You actually lose money. And then eventually everybody quits here. A lot of people quit here. You get a little bit of success, but your mum tells you to quit, and then you go fucking crazy. With cryptocurrency, you buy a coin, it goes down, it comes back up, it goes down, your mum tells you to give up, girlfriend tells you it's stupid because we need a new car, and then you miss all of that. It's always the same. And you guys know this. So let's talk about coins. Top 5. Again, if you don't have 10k income or 10k a month or 10k portfolio, get to work. Stop this video right now. Go and get to work in that portfolio. Come back to this video. First coin, Solana. And by the way, there's many other coins. This is only a top 5 video. There's fucking loads of coins, brother. Solana's a great play if you want easy money and you want to hedge against Bitcoin and Ethereum. Why? Because it'll beat Bitcoin's returns guaranteed. It'll beat Ethereum's returns guaranteed. And it's still safe enough. Well, this will probably give you a 6x minimum. And it's already done that. Look at the lows of this coin. $8, $10, whenever you said it was at $20 for ages. It's already done a 15x since the low. 10x since the low. Where were you? You weren't buying it. Now you're interested. Good. Get interested and buy this fucking thing all day long. But it's not going to make you a millionaire if you only have 10k. But it'll do you well. It'll do you well. It might get you close to 6 figures if you can get enough in the game. And another reason is I look at the chart and we just flipped green. So again, it's one of the benefits of our private community. You can find out the best in the game when flips happen. So what does that mean? As you can see here, we're on the daily. We just got confirmation of a flip. And since that flip, the GG does not lie. You're up 20%. You put in 10 grand, you do the math, that's 2 grand there on paper. That's more than your full month, half a month if you make a decent high paying job in a couple of days. And you can't say it's ever been wrong. Just look here. Since here, it called it again. And it's called the shorts perfectly well if you want to trade this on the shorts. Now again, we don't primarily short coins, but we just look at entries. So Solana would be my first pick if you want a safe return with still decent returns. Again, you've missed the lows. Best time to buy was here, but the second best time, when's the second best time, brother? It's buying right now. ICP. ICP I ignored for ages because of this. When you look at coins like this, it's very hard to have conviction because you think they're a scam. But when you start to look in all the blemishes, you see a different story. You see ICP actually doing well. This was heavily manipulated. And again, we look at ICP on the GG gauge. Guess what? It's tracking the exact same as Solana. Look at these shorts. It called this short perfectly well. Imagine you shorted this coin. You short this coin. You make 61%, and then you come back in the game here, and now you're up about 28%. It's like 100%. You double your money, if not more. You do that in 10k, you're now at 20k. Now you have 10k just to play with. This was not in a long time. If you look at the range here, the GG called it October 23rd before it really ran. It's a 6x. Okay. This is the difference when you have GG indicators, when you combine this with cools, when you have a network, when you understand how to make money in the real world with income. You know how easy life comes after this? But you're sitting there and you're trying to find the best time to buy. If it went down 2%, should I do a short? And then you get liquidated because you put 100x leverage in and you're constantly getting fucking wrecked. Just relax. So ICP I like, still a good hedge. If it goes back to its all-time high, you're printing on this one. And it seems safe now, where it seems like, okay, people are in the game and it's enough for me to take bets. Now, obviously, Brett, you guys know Brett, we use this with the DeFi liquidity pool. It's the number one coin in base. It will hit 10 billion minimum dollar market cap. It is going to be the easiest gains in terms of the meme coin / risk reward. It won't give you the best gains. The best gains on Brett have already been made, but it will still give you massive gains where you can be safe, comfortably, that Brett will do well. If you look at the GG gauge, we have entered the red, but it looks like we're going to flip to green very soon. It just depends what Bitcoin can do. Since the lows, you're up by 6 or 7x, but TradingView didn't catch Brett since the early launch. The early launch was way more than this, and people made like literally millions of dollars. There's a guy called Crash Trading. You should really check him out. He made millions of dollars from 15k on this guy, and it's crazy, man. And that's having conviction, being a little bit risky, but he has enough bets and he has enough income and experience where he can take these bets. So I think Brett's a great coin. You can combine that on the Uniswap pool with Ethereum, and you can see there, you know, I'm making more than your monthly income in literally a couple of weeks. That's why I like that. Now, yes, I've got a decent amount in there, but you can do the same if you start to build up positions. Render, we just spoke about this one. Again, great coin, but really why I like Render is if you look at TradingView, it's getting a heavily beaten right now. But if you understand NVIDIA and stocks, Render will be the next NVIDIA, but NVIDIA moves way slower, although NVIDIA's went on a fucking tear here. You can even see this GG gauge works on stocks. But Render will move way further, and we've already seen how much Render can move. Okay, you've already seen this. Like, look at these fucking gains. And why it will move is because it's a lower market cap than a stock. Number two is cryptocurrency moves way more violently because people are more degenerates. So all you need to do is, I don't want you guys to catch the falling knife. This could still definitely drop lower because it was just overvalued here compared to Bitcoin, etc. But if you can get DCAs at 6, 5, whatever, or even DCAs above the 7, you're not going to be pissed off at this gains, guys. You're really not. Last one's going to piss you off a lot, and it's Bitcoin. Yeah, you're not going to make any money on Bitcoin on $1,000, $10,000, even $20,000. But you can be guaranteed to make money compared to hold it in your bank account. If you look at Bitcoin, again, we've crossed a little cross in the GG gauge. You're already up a little bit, give or take. What is that since we crossed? I mean, not bad, 7% on Bitcoin. For the big players, that's a lot of money if you have a few Bitcoin. But the problem is a lot of people don't have a few Bitcoin. So I would say Bitcoin is a nice hedge if you have cash in the meantime, just to store it there if you're waiting for something. Again, you can use this on liquidity pools and earn more Bitcoin and stable coins. You're not going to follow a range on those plays, guys, because you can set them so wide. Bitcoin's never going to push out these ranges. You can probably find liquidity pools right now where you can go as high as like $90,000 and as low as like 35k and still print a good enough money. Okay, we're never going to follow those ranges for fucking ages, and we're probably never going to go down to 35k. So your only problem is if once we passed 90k, but that's not going to happen for like 6 months, guys. It's probably pretty much impossible. So you can use that in the meantime while you're stacking cash from the job to look at other plays and just get free yield on it just while you're there. And it's never going to hurt to stack up tiny amounts of, you know, little Bitcoin, 0.0001, 0.002. It's never going to hurt to do that. You're not going to be sorry because this asset will go up forever, guaranteed. There's no black swan, white swan, red swan event that can ever take Bitcoin out, in my opinion. Yes, you can see big fucking dips, but in the long term, that's where it's going. You know it's going up here in the long term. So that's really what I got for you. Don't look at this as a top 5 video. Look at this as like fucking taking action video, okay? Because I promise you, this is going to be your last chance. How dare you, Jake? Life's so fucking hard. Yeah, life's hard. Life is hard. But it's supposed to be hard as a man. Because all the guys that make it, and I've not made it yet, by the way, I'm not putting myself on this pedestal. I'm still in the game with you guys. But it's fun when it's hard. When you play a video game back in the days and you're going up the ranks in whatever game it was you're playing. I used to play those games when like you used to get rewards, you used to get better guns, it used to get better. But once you reach, like, let's just say GTA 5, treat GTA 5 as your real life, guys. But once you reach the top and you've completed a GTA 5 game, you've got the mansion, you've got the cars, you've got the jets. It's fucking boring. You never play again. The funnest part of life is when you're in the trenches, you're in the street, you earn a little bit of money. You earn some muscle. You get a couple of girlfriends. You get a little bit of a supercar, nothing crazy, but you get a nicer car. You get a better rental property. You build up the portfolio. You say goodbye to the boss. This is the fun part of the game, and this is honestly the fun part of life, and this is where we are right now. And if you're right here, I'm jealous of you because I don't get to ride this ever again. This was the funnest part, and this is what we all speak about. We all speak about the brokey days, okay? And again, we're not fucking anywhere near this level. There's no private jets. There's no 10 supercars on the fucking lot. But this is the funnest part. And if you're here right now, you have two options. You stay here, or you get to work and you start enjoying this. This is the funnest part of the journey. That's all I got. Goodbye.